Good evening and welcome to Chillaxin. I know it's, I know for those of you who are joining us for the first time, I am your host, Cindy Ann Bosso, and welcome to Chillaxin. That's right. This is the part of the program where you relax, you grab something to drink, a glass of water, a cup of tea, could put something in it, you know and we just relax and we have fun conversations with fun people. And tonight, joining me is first time Olympian, and she competed in the shot put, Portious Warren.
We
Ah,
live. We live.
Portious,
Oh, I love the wig.
listen, let me tell you. Let me just go straight to it. The reason I'm not hearing you, I think your volume went. No.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
I say you making me feel a go blood
Listen,
again, actually.
let me explain to you and to everybody else who's watching why the wig. Because usually I don't do it. But someone said that you once went to some games and you had like five different wigs. I'm like, okay,
I
I am
did.
coming out. Is that true?
I did. It was so like anytime we have like a big championship or something, what I used to always do while I was in college, like depending on the meet and how much days the meet is, that's how much wigs I might go walk with.
Well, let me
So it
tell
had
you,
this
this is the
time.
only wig I have. This is it. This is
You
it.
know you can dye. You can dye it if you want using Ritz, right? Or Kool
I'll say
Aid.
or turmeric. I'll send it to you after the show and you'll dye it for me. So let's get to business proportions. Thank you for joining us. And you live
No
abroad.
problem. hmm
Why Alabama? Why Alabama?
Because like, cause you know sometimes when it is you want to go place, you're going away from home, especially leaving your family behind, and you want
Right.
like wherever you go, you want that place to feel like family or feel like you belong. You don't want to be like a fish out of water. And when I came on my visit to Alabama, it just felt like family.
Oh,
Everybody
really?
felt like family. It felt like home. And it had some Trinidadians here too, but not just that, but the atmosphere. It felt like an atmosphere I can be successful in.
I'm sorry if I
And
seem
I
to be
love
into
this.
myself tonight, but it's the wig. I'm sorry. Let me
You
focus.
it
I'm
be like
listening.
that. It,
I'm
it be
listening.
like that. I be passing in front of the mirror, I be like, oh my God, is that me? And I walk
I
back a
know,
second time.
right? Listen,
But
yes.
like, yeah. And like the slogan at IUA was like where legends are made, and like stepping on the campus, you feel like if it is your body being a place where legends are made, you're gonna be a legend or something, or not just that. And I realized that through my visit, it wasn't just a place where legends were made, but a place where family is built and formed, and
Mm,
it's kind of like a kind of a place that you feel proud to say that I belong there, I went there.
okay, I like that. So, shot put. I mean, you told me you started doing this at 9 years old. And I don't know if
hmm
you were listening earlier. They were talking about Scooch. And I'm like, probably people saw you on a team for Scooch and they were like, I'm out. If Portia's is playing, I'm not playing. Tell me, shot put, what got you started? 9 years old?
So the funny thing, right? I was actually running first. So I had run the 100, didn't make it in the 100. For people who know me, they know I have like a nut knee. So you should have seen me and my little bow-legged tail coming down that 100 meter. And like I realized, like, I don't know if it was just young, that age, but I realized like certain things you can do as a thrower, you can do as a sprinter. As a sprinter, they can't eat 30 minutes before they race 40 minutes. As a thrower, I can eat before I go to throw and still be fine. And I love to eat. But it was just like so I went and I think that did they have the shot for the last I think I went into the shot for that last minute. And I picked up the ball and threw. I didn't understand know how to throw it. I think Miss Riley, one of the officials who was there, she showed me or something. And I threw the ball. I was like,
Hmm.
okay, so I started off with 7 meters and I made the team for that. Then after that, I added on the cricket ball. I won a gold medal at that meet in the both events. And then I went to CUT games again. I think it was in 2012 in St. Kitts Was it? No, 2010, 2010 or 2008, one of those. I think it's 2008 because it was my first year of high school. So it's
Okay,
2008. And I got silver there, they cheat me. I'm going to say they cheat me.
I believe
And
you.
since after then, I had stopped for a while because I used to live up countryside. For those who from Trinidad, countryside is like, is who not from Trinidad is like, it's Togo. So if it is, you look at the map, Trinidad map, the place at the peak up there, that's where it is. I'm from the East Coast and
A place
Northeast
that is
Coast.
located possibly in a different country, that is countryside.
And I used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to school, so I didn't really have time to train then. Yes, I used to get 4 o'clock in the morning. I used to reach back home at like 6, 7:30 in the night, and I would do homework, and then I'll go straight back to sleep. Sometimes I only get 2 hours of sleep. I'm breaking my neck in the maxi going down to school, but
You
I
just
never
loved
showed it. I
it.
never looked tired. Yeah, because it challenged me to be a better person. It just challenged me to be different, and I really appreciated that.
So let me touch very quickly on strength or
Mhm.
physique. What's more important in shot put? G's and ages. What just happened? Okay, you're back.
My phone just fell. It
Yeah.
had a little earthquake.
So would you say that the
Um,
shot put is more strength or is it more of
I I'll say it's about it's kind of like equal parts strength and technique. Because I mean, it can be weak to throw a, a 4 kg ball, or in the men's case a 7 kg ball. You have to have some form of strength, but it takes technique and the right amount of agility and coordination. Because you need to be able, because like weight, like no matter what technique you use, there always need to be some kind of like form of separation. So
right?
you need to make sure you're coordinated enough to like to bring in that separation or whatever technique you're using.
That's not going to be a sport I would ever be interested in. I am very uncoordinated.
Me
Portious, you told me
too.
one of your coaches was Joyce Thomas. And let me tell you, Joyce
Yes.
Thomas was my PE teacher in St. Francis Girls. We spoke about this at some point, and I remember going to St. Francis when I said a word that I should not have said in high school, well, in secondary school, and Mrs. Thomas made me rinse my mouth with soap with soap water. What type of person was she as a coach, as a one-on-one?
She yeah, I did one on one. I used to like was me, this next our next girl named Shauna and Marielle. And I came and like we used to train together, but I had 1 or 2 times I had like one on one. She was really good. She
Yeah,
was patient. She
yeah.
was patient and she believed in me. She saw
Oh,
my ability sometimes until I didn't see it. And she made sure that I found the space or in within my little brain to see that as well.
yeah.
She was a
She was
really
strict, but she had that passion. I agree. A beautiful
And
person.
even stuff like sometimes when it is like, say for example, when I was in Form 6 and I needed certain books, she would buy the books and stuff for me. Sometimes like if it had 1 or 2 times I didn't have money to go to practice or something, she would give me money to read on the practice and stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah,
always, always. I mean, when I
she's a
rinsed out my
genuine
mouth with
person.
the soap, I was angry in that moment, but I was happy
Hmm.
because she was really a beautiful person. So let's go to
Hmm.
Tokyo 2021, your first time qualifying for the Olympics. Not your first
Hmm.
time at all at an international level because you've medaled for us. You were the first silver medal you brought home for Trinidad and Tobago in the sport.
Yeah, the World University Games in yeah, Italy.
So now
That
you're
was in
on
2019.
your Olympics, Tokyo.
Hmm.
Tell me, what was that like for you? And how difficult was it for you to focus on just being there for the Olympics and not to sightsee? I always ask people that when they go abroad for sports.
Hmm.
Because you have to focus. You have to forget all the food, the arts, the culture. You're here for a purpose.
And and especially with I think like some part of me is like I was at the Olympics, but I don't think I've truly grasped how big of a scale in my career I have been to even set like not just be at Olympics but make it into the finals
I
because not
know.
much people because I was telling you earlier because there's a lot of past Olympic champions who don't even make their country's team and I didn't just made the team, I made it into the finals, and that was a huge accomplishment in me, and it kind of opened my eyes, and it boosts my confidence heavily. And I mean, like one thing that I've always done, especially like going into like these different meets and stuff like that, is working on my ability to adapt and know that this is not a vacation I come here. This is just business. So anytime I'm going abroad to compete or something, and somebody asks me, "Hey, what are you doing?" I say, "Oh, I got a business trip." And like I
Right.
will tell her where I'm going. I'm like I told one of my friends I'm going to Tokyo. She was like, "Oh, you going on vacation?" No, ma'am, it's not vacation. And especially with COVID, when I tell you, I was in that Tokyo. I was hand sanitizing my hand, my nose. Everything was getting hand sanitizer. When I tell you everything was getting hand sanitizer, everything. Like
Everything.
even stuff like we will go up the escalator and I will legit stand at attention on the escalator because I
Of
dare not
course.
touch those railings. And I
Right.
know why, because I would have loved to sightsee in Japan because it looked like such a. If you see how clean they look,
Really?
it's so
I've
clean.
heard that. I've heard that.
Yeah, so like I would have really liked to sightsee. I mean, I'm gonna just look at some videos online and just be like, oh, I was in Tokyo. I could have go see that if I wanted, but not really. But because we had a
So
lot of limitation and stuff in place
I know.
and protocols to follow. Yeah.
And this is your first time in the Olympics, and we never got to the podium. Tell me how that felt for the team. What was the mood like for the team, for you? You know, did you feel
So
disappointed?
so I end up actually leaving before the whole game's done, so I didn't get a cheer on and lose my voice in the 4x4 and stuff like that.
Right.
But what a lot of people doesn't realize, it takes a lot to be an athlete. Not just to be an athlete, but to be an elite level athlete. And what they don't understand is, yeah, Trinidad and Tobago went to the games and they didn't medal, but yet still, we still showcase Trinidad and Tobago to the world. Everybody that made it to a final, everybody that went on to a different round, somehow gave some kind of level of advertisement in terms of not just tourism or letting people know that people who don't know about Trinidad and Tobago, that Trinidad and Tobago exists. Because
Exactly.
I mean, the games had no fans whatsoever, and so everybody was basically just glued to their TVs. So when the announcer announced, okay, Jeremy Richard, Trinidad and Tobago, Portious Warren, Trinidad and Tobago, Tara Gittins, Trinidad and Tobago, Dion Lender, Trinidad and Tobago, to name a few, everybody went, oh, Trinidad and Tobago, let me Google this. And
Right.
now they're even self getting more informed about what Trinidad and Tobago is. So we all the athletes that went out there shouldn't feel disappointed, or people shouldn't be disappointed them, but more so encourage them. Because look, when I went to my first World University Games in 2017 in Taiwan, I came 12th. I threw 15 meters, 15:05. That's how much I threw. That was in 2016. That was fast track in 2019. I took that defeat. I learned from that loss, and I came back and I was able to get a podium finish. I came second.
Right. Exactly.
I went from 15-0 to 17-7 or whatever it was. But the point that it matter is I don't give up on myself. And if I believed in myself, oh, she gone quite tight, you want to throw 15 or this and that, yeah. If I believed then I would have let my journey end there. But I still let my losses propel me to more success and propel me to be the better athlete that I am. So am I disappointed? No, I'm not. I'm happy because I went to Tokyo and I did a personal best. There's a lot of athletes who went there, did season best and stuff like that. And there's a lot of athletes who went there and gave the all of what they could have did in that moment. And that's all we should ask for.
Yes. Well said.
And
Well said. I
mhm,
agree. I agree. Now, it takes a lot for us to get to the world stage, to the Olympics, to any
mhm,
international sport. It takes money, funding. How do you feel about
mhm.
that? What's your perspective on who should fund athletes? Do you think it's a corporate job, or do you think it's something the government should do?
I mean, it should be a relationship between the two, where they should have like, because I know it has certain countries that have foundations in place for just like athlete development. It shouldn't just be the Ministry of Sport, because when or just the governing body, because when an athlete go there and win a medal, it's not, they're not saying, oh, Jeremy Richard representing the Ministry of Sport. It's not that. They're saying this athlete is representing Trinidad and Tobago. Therefore, people who in Trinidad and Tobago who have businesses should therefore invest, because this is an opportunity for you to gain business for your company, for your business. Because people going to be now coming in. They want to
Mm.
see what this whole this hype and this attraction about. A lot of people talk a lot, but they don't put their money where their mouth is. Not
Mm.
all. If it is a lot of people, the same amount of effort they taken to scrutinize or back talk athlete. Okay, every time you back talk athlete, get them pay $2 in a fund or something.
Listen, I love
You
that.
can back talk however you want. Well, donate since you want to back talk, donate to back talking. So at least we getting paid or whatever for the embarrassment that you're somehow saying that we are bringing to you.
I
While it is
love
we are out there, while we're out there risking our mental health, risking our body because we put our, because mind you, we only get 1 month off. So
right.
while we're doing all this and you're becoming an Olympic fan a week before the Olympics, sitting on your couch, scrutinizing athletes who are putting their blood, sweat, and tears trying to fly their country's flag. Put your money where your mouth is and put it in a fund or something and say, okay, this is towards the athletes. So hopefully next time when Paris 24 come up, they'll have better resources, more financial support so they can not just take care of themselves physically but mentally also, because a lot of people don't realize that this sport is becoming more mental each year, each month, each day, each second.
Yeah. Okay. So I know you love to speak in different accents. Here's what I want you to do for me. You are, before we get to the accents, you are launching your own facial cream brand. Is that it?
Yeah.
What is the name?
You see the face?
Look at it. Look at it. Let's
Look
see.
at it.
Are
But
you
first,
seeing?
are you seeing the face? Are you seeing it? Flawless. Flawless in its entirety. I tell you. Hey, what you they be like, my friend, what I know when a lot of people ask you, what are you doing? I say, yes, I drink water, but I also use my stuff.
Right. And now, what accent was that? Portious, what?
That's Nigerian.
That's Nigerian. All right. So take us out because we have to end the program. Sadly, we've come to an
Mm-hmm.
end. I want
Mm-hmm.
to thank you for agreeing to do this with us. Thank you for
No
giving me the
problem.
opportunity to, step out of my
To
comfort
spot
zone.
away.
Come out like they calling me Marilyn Monroe, all kind of fanciness, right? Um, how can people follow you and support you?
You guys, you guys can follow me on IG and Portious 102 is Portious 102. I'll just type in the name because I don't, some people like to use all those kind of like old fancy name. It's just my name. Facebook, Portious Warren. On YouTube, Island Cupid or Porsche World. I'll be having some gems.
Okay,
And if you
okay.
guys want to get your skin as flawless as mine, shopislandcupid.com. Per.
Portious, this was a joy. I want to thank everyone for joining us. I want to congratulate you. Keep going, keep
Thank
that fire
you.
burning. We wish you all the best. And follow me on Instagram at Cindy Ann Boisseau. And stay tuned for our next segment coming up is Chlorine Chronicles. And they are going to do some rebroadcasting of past interviews. So take care. Bye.
Bye.
Chlorine champions. I'm sorry. Listen,